Okay, good evening and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Iyun Talina. Tonight's simon is Kuf Pei Zayin 187 or Achayim. Halacha Aleph says, even though normally, right, there's a pretty long bracha for the first bracha of Brakas Hamazon, there's a short and abridged version that you could say. If you said it b'diavad, you're not supposed to say l'chachila. If you said b'diavad, you just said B'rich Rachmana Malka Dahar Pita. If you translate it into Hebrew, modern day Hebrew, Baruch Hashem Melech, uh, how do you say master? Adon Dahai Pita, something like that. You say Baruch Hashem. It's all you say. You don't say the whole bracha. Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam. You don't say that. Your yotz. Anytime I think about it, I think about the school children. I'm back in like kindergarten, and they have that rabbi who leads everybody on. He's like, he has the microphone. You're at camp, at day camp, when the rabbi gets up. Oh, we're gonna bench now, boys and girls. Baruch atah. Maybe it was only me. I grew up in a modern Orthodox background, but I think it's pretty common. The Pelzer Chassid came up with this tune. So anyway, he just said that. He said today we have an abridged version. We're not gonna say Baruch atah. We're just say Baruch Rahman Malka Mara Pita, and that's it. He just stops. You'll say the first bracha, then you have to go no delacha. You have to still do that. There's no abridged version for the no delacha. Some say Yesh Omer in the Shulchan Aruch says Sharach Shiachtom Baruch Rahman Dezan Kola, right? Because the first bracha of Berachas Hamazon starts with a baruch, ends with a baruch. Baruch Hashem Hazan Kol. So anytime you have a beginning of bracha and end, at the end of the bracha you have a Baruch Atah Hashem, you have to say both. So the Bach says, the Mishmura sounds like he passes like the Bach, but it's Makiv B'diavad. If you don't say at the end of the bracha, Baruch Rahman Dezan Kola, you're not Yotzei. Now, what's the basis for this Gemara that an abridged version is okay? And what is this machlokas, whether you have to end off with a bracha or not? Now, people think that Berachas Hamazon, the Chalta V'Svata V'Rachta, it's a mitzvah d'oraisa at a bench. You're thanking Hashem for giving you a meal, right? You eat and you're satisfied. Barachta, you bless God for giving you your meal. But usually blessings are before you do something, right? Over Las Yasan, all the brachas you say over Las Yasan. Berachas Mitzvahs over Las Yasan, Berachas Hanen over Las Yasan, before you eat the fruit, So Berachas Hamazon, what? Instead of Baruch, usually it's taking Rishus, Baruch Atah, we're blessing God, that He's giving us this thing, that He's letting us partake of this thing, right? It's the Gemara compares to, if you don't say a bracha, you're like a gazlan, right? You get permission to eat this food. So it's sort of not thanking God for the food. It's, either asking permission or, you know, really what a bracha is that it's not for the past, right? And it's not even for the present. It's really for the future, that a bracha, right? We always talk about bracha, that you should have bracha. In the future, that you should have, right? If someone gives, now it's big to give a chomesh instead of giving a meiser ksafim, which is very controversial if you have to give meiser ksafim. But now I see in Mitzvah magazine, they have a 2-page advertisement why you should be giving a chomesh, and it guarantees you people who see a chomesh will see bracha in their life much more than if you give meiser. Give a chomesh. You don't give more than a chomesh, because the Gemara says can't mevazes yosim and a chomesh, but you should give up to a chomesh, and it guarantees. It even tells you the first year is going to be rough, and you're going to start seeing bracha in the second and third year. Like there's some sort of pattern to this. This is amazing to me. I mean, and there's a push. I even heard from someone here in the community over here. Someone I interviewed on the interview. He says, "Yeah, I heard about this new chomesh. I think I'm going to start doing the chomesh also." I'm like, what? What is this? Where is this? Meiser ksafim? It's controversial whether, first shachas, you don't have to give meiser ksafim. Give meiser ksafim. Why do you have to give meiser ksafim? You give meiser from your fruits and your vegetables, not from your money. Who says you have to give meiser ksafim? And now chomesh? That's what the Gemara is talking about? You sure? You sure it's not talking about a tip when you give to a waiter? Right? A tip here at 10% in Israel, right? Don't give a tip more than 20%. If you want to be a nice, gracious guy, don't give a tip more than 20%. I'm not talking about giving meiser ksafim. Kidding me? People. Of course, I have to give meiser ksafim because the minhag makom here, but that's all I give is meiser ksafim, meiser 110 from the 20th. Oh, it's gonna make bracha in your life. Anyway, we talk about bracha. Bracha is in the future. It's gonna bring bracha into your life. So here also by Berachas Hamazon, it's sort of like a plea for the future that Hashem, just like He satisfied you now, gave you whatever you needed now, He should give you bracha, He should give you blessing in the future, and that's really the main part of Berachas Hamazon. It's not just to thank Hashem. Right? The bracha, Baruch Atah Hashem, Atzanas Ha'olam, Kol B'Davachin, when you do it. Who knows? Right? He always gave us what we needed. He gave us the food we just ate. We also pray that in the future He should give us blessings. So part of benching is not just thanking Hashem. It is partially to thank Hashem for what He gave us, but mainly is to ask for in the future that He should continue to give us the plenty that He gave us, that we were able to have satisfaction, satisfied from the food. So that's why if you say Baruch Hamana Malka Mari the Haipita, right, you just say Blessed Hashem, the master of this bread. Basically, what you're doing is just thanking Hashem for the food that He gave, which is the basic, B'diavad or Yosef Berachas Hamazon. But some say that you have to add Baruch Rahman Dezan Kola, Baruch Atah Hashem Hazanis Hakol, that Hashem constantly is giving food to everybody, which obviously indicates that in the present He's giving food, and hopefully a plea in the future that He'll give food. So the Bach and the Mishabura Paskin that you have to say this B'diavad, or you're not Yotzei, because I think integral to Berachas Hamazon in the first bracha of Berachas Hamazon is you have to not just thank Hashem for the food that He gave you, but also ask that He give you in the future. That's really what a bracha is. A bracha is, even when you say a bracha before a mitzvah, it's a bracha that the mitzvah should reach its desired purpose, right? You should enjoy the mitzvah. The mitzvah is meant to be enjoyed. And also, when you say a bracha before a food, you're asking that Hashem should help you enjoy the food, right? It's not guaranteed because you eat food, you're going to enjoy it, right? Hashem should help you, guide you, and give you the ability to enjoy what you're doing. And that's, really integral to life. And that's really what a bracha is. Bracha is really on the future, and therefore, b'diavad, we paskin, if you don't end off, right, Hazan Kola, that Hashem constantly does this, and basically including a plea, He does in the future, not Yosef Berachas Hamazon and b'diavad. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.